I do. Look at those people. Good morning, friendship. How are you doing today? Good morning, friendship in the foyer. It's good to see you guys as well. Getting your donuts. Welcome to our church. We are glad to have you. As always, it is great to be in the house of the Lord, and we have a lot planned today. So we do have some people that are traveling, some people that are ill. Please pray for Cynthia's boys as they are sick today. So that can't be easy with a new baby and two sick young boys and being married to Paul. They're not here. I can say what I want. Look what happens when you're gone. But again, it is good to have you today. I have one announcement only, and then a special announcement, but just as a reminder, we have our fellowship lunch next week. And if you have not signed up for that, please do so. The sign-up sheet is on the back table. The hospitality committee wants to be certain we have the right amount of food for those that do arrive. And I love the spirit about it. They want to, sure, they can order more than enough to feed everybody, but because it's purchased with the offerings and the givings of the church, they want to be good stewards with the money we give. So if we have an accurate account, we can make sure that what is purchased is enough for all, and there isn't any overage, that we waste anything. And I love that spirit, and I love that heart. So that's amazing. My second thing, before I get to my special announcement, and this is just from me, how many of you get the email from Three Rivers Baptist Association? How many of you read it recently? Okay, so I had a little write-up in there about friendship, because I will take any opportunity I can to brag on you guys. And I did. And anytime they reach out to me and they say, do you have something to say about the church? I will, because you guys are awesome. I have no problem saying it. But they did ask me, what's your role there? And remember, in my mind, I use words freely. And I said, I'm the senior teaching elder. And people here sometimes are like, we didn't vote for that, Craig. We voted for a senior pastor. What's the difference? So I'm here to tell you today that we're going to talk about what that word means over the coming weeks. But for you guys who may have had any confusion, I am your senior pastor. That is what you voted for. That is what I am. And then some of you are probably not ready for it. Did it hurt when I fell from heaven? No, Bob.
I think he meant when you used the word pastor.
So, Chris Mullen, everyone. So, I am your senior pastor, but I am excited because over the next coming weeks, we are looking at, within the church, and I've meant to do this for a long time, the idea of foundationally what the church is. We talked about the deacons leading up to Easter, what spirit-filled men are, what it looks like to be broken and scattered and serving in that spirit, eventually leading up to what the hierarchy of the church is and how God designed it, including deacons and elders. So this week starts that journey with you. And it's one thing to just tell it to you without any foundation, but I don't teach that way. And I don't think humans learn that way. So we're going to take the time to walk towards that together. But in the meantime, yes, I am your senior pastor, and I love being that for you guys. So with that, we do have a special announcement, and I believe there's a slide, or is it straight into a video? I apologize. It's a slide. So if we can go to the next slide, please. Oh, it's a video. Can we pause that real quick?
Across our community, men and women...
That was my fault. Tony lied to me. You all saw it.
In Tommy's defense, I deleted the first slide because I talked for you.
Do you see what I'm working with? Do you see what I'm working with? Do you see the treachery?
I did my job.
This is We have with us today Miss Amy from the Pregnancy Resource Center. And some of you in the ladies ministry have already been introduced to her because she came for the ladies' tea. And even back then, I was like, I would love to do more stuff with you and partner with you and have a relationship with you, with our church and your church. But like any married man, I said things and I forgot them. Luckily, there are women in this church who have partnered with her and worked with her and volunteer with her, that they did circle back and bring her back through so that we as a church can look to this group as a resource to work with. And I think it's very admirable the work that they do, the time that they put into it. And get this, last night, you're having a walk coming up, correct? We went to Feed My Starving Children last night. Tony has reconnected with an old high school friend that came to this church one night for a game night, and we found out he wasn't baptized yet. And we talked to him for 2.5 hours in the parking lots about being baptized in the cold in October. And he ended up getting baptized. And last night, he joined us for Feed My Starving Children. And so we're all working together, and at the end of Feed My Starving Children, we do what any good Baptists do, we go and we eat. So we went to Portillo's. You're like, Craig, that's at 10 o'clock at night. You shouldn't eat that late. You're right. You should not. But we went to Portillo's, and at the end of it, we told Tony's friend, hey, we've got this person coming in to speak about this. And he goes, my church is doing that too. So I guess I can't ask you guys to sponsor me. And we said, well, unless you sponsor us. But it's such a small world that you're doing such good work, and your reach is going so far, and it's an important work. So we have a video, and then Miss Amy's going to come up and talk to us for a few minutes.
Across our community, men and women are wrestling with unexpected pregnancy decisions. This can feel like facing a storm of fear and uncertainty, but we believe that no one should face that storm alone. Our theme this year is Dare to Believe. Like the buffalo that runs toward the storm instead of away from it, we choose to meet families right where they are, walking with them through the hardest moments rather than turning away. When you participate in our annual walk, you're providing pregnancy tests, ultrasounds, mentoring, material assistance, and ongoing support to families right here in our community. You're helping families believe that hope is stronger than fear and that they are not alone in the storm. Walkers can register online and create a personal fundraising page, inviting friends and family to financially support their cause. On Walk Day, we gather, not just to celebrate what's been raised, but to celebrate lives impacted and stories rewritten. Every step taken is an act of belief, so we invite you to dare to believe with us. Register for the Pregnancy Resource Center Walk today.
All right, are we registering? Yeah. All right. Good morning, everyone. My name is Amy Merritt. I am the director of the Will and Grundy Pregnancy Resource Center, and the Will County Center is in Joliet, right on Infantry and Black Road. If you don't know anything about us, we are basically what this video said. We are in the community to help women and families of any kind with their pregnancies, with raising their children, getting them the support that they need if they don't have it. I don't know about you, but I had a few children in a short amount of time. I delivered 5 babies in 6 years. And so, yeah, yes. And we all have a story, right? I was married, my husband and I we have a lot of support. Our family is in this town, we go to church together, but every time we had a positive test, what are we doing now? Which way are we going? It jostles your life, right? And so whether you're fully supported or you have no family or you're just like, I don't know what to do, most of us, if we have children, we've been there, right? Anytime that test is positive. And that is what we get to do. We have an opportunity as a church, as community members, to support others in our community. And so you might see this and be like, oh, the Pregnancy Resource Center, whew, I don't need that anymore. I get that a lot, right? I personally don't need the Pregnancy Resource Center anymore, but that's not a true statement. We all have an opportunity. We all have, I don't even want to say a calling, but God tells us to love him and love others. And this is one major way that we can come around our neighbors, people at the grocery store, people, anyway, even in this church that might need help. And so this is our opportunity. We are having a walk. So we have 2 fundraisers every year. We have a walk celebration in May. In October, we have a banquet. And it's just to bring awareness of who we are and what we're striving to do. Will County is actually one of the largest centers in our organization. We have 10 locations in Illinois and in Indiana. And Will County last year, we saw 1,100 women come through our doors for like one time. 1,100 different women came through our doors for help. That doesn't mean they all came through because they were terrified with their pregnancy. That just means they couldn't get into the doctor right away. They couldn't, they just needed support right away. They might have just needed diapers or classes, but 1,100 different times. So we are very busy. We are open 5 days a week. And so the walk helps support keeping us open. And so your opportunity is to do 2 different things, 3, I'm gonna say 3. Register for the walk. That means you are we have 5 weeks until our celebration day. May 16th, we are celebrating. And that is our walk day. I was already asked the question, how far do we have to walk? It's not about walking. We call it a walk. We are celebrating that day. Our efforts are from now until May 16th. And so if you want to register and I want to support the Pregnancy Resource Center. I want to get on board. I want to have all my friends and family know about this. That is where you register. And when you register, you get a fun Dare to Believe buffalo shirt. And if you heard in the video, why buffalo? Buffalo are one of the only animals that run into a storm. Every other animal runs away, is what we were told. And so we want to be that for somebody else. We want to dare to believe with somebody else that we can go through the storm with them. So you raise money, you ask your friends, that walk day, you come, you earn different incentives. The second way you can support, if you're like, I don't really want to walk, I don't want to register, I don't want to, find someone in this church or outside of the church that's walking and say, hey, I would love to support you. $5, $10, $15, whatever you would like to help them reach their goal. Everybody who registers gets a fundraising goal. You get to pick it, whatever you want, and you go from there. It's just a way of raising awareness and support and getting the community involved. The third way, please pray for us. Pray for the walk. Pray for us every day at the center. Spiritual warfare is a real thing. And when you think that you're doing great is when you most likely will be attacked, right? So please pray for us always. Pray for our volunteers. Pray for the women that come in our doors. Pray for the staff. There's 5 staff members. There's just so many ways of getting involved. So thank you so much for this time. I will be out in the lobby after church if you have any questions. I threw a lot at you, but happy to be here today. And I already heard there are 4 of you already registered, and this is not new to your church to support the Pregnancy Resource Center, which I love. And the other fun thing you guys already have a fun team name for your church. So if you register, you join your team under Friends for Life. I think you're the only church with a fun team name. So just so you know, you're winning already, in my eyes. So thank you so much for this time today, and happy to meet with you afterwards. Thank you.
Thank you, Amy. I think as we start our worship service, I was thinking as we sing about our Christ who just rose from the grave. We celebrated last week, and to think that God Himself came down to be a man, but more than that, He became part of us. So to hear the stories of women who are unexpected pregnancies, families who are in a bit of crisis, and know that His grace was already there for us in this time. And so as we sing this song, would you think about God's amazing grace and His provisions and His ability to see in the future, and think of this moment right now as we sing Jesus Messiah. Would you stand with me?
He became sin, who knew no no sin, that we might become his righteousness. He humbled himself and carried the cross. Love so amazing, love so amazing. Jesus Messiah, name above all names, blessed Redeemer, Emmanuel, the rescue for sinners, the ransom from heaven, Jesus Messiah, Lord of all. His body the bread, his blood the wine, broken and poured out, all for love. The whole earth trembled, and the veil was torn. Love so amazing, love so amazing. Jesus Messiah, name above all names, blessed Redeemer, Emmanuel, the rescue for sinners, the ransom from heaven, Jesus Messiah, Lord of all. All our hope is in you. All our hope is in you. All the glory to you, God, the light of the world, Jesus Messiah, name above all names, blessed Redeemer, Emmanuel, the rescue for sinners, the ransom from heaven, Jesus Messiah, Lord of all. Jesus Messiah, Lord of all. The Lord of all. The Lord of all.
Would you go around and say hi some this morning?